music entry. How are we feeling? We feeling energy from last night? I think the 6-point just salad ice cream breakfast is the official Austin breakfast. So I'm new to Austin. I just flew in from South Africa actually, so I'm really tired. So I'm feeling you guys on the tiredness. But can we have some energy? Can we do this a little differently today? Yeah, I like it. This is an ice cream fan right here. Okay, so let's like get this energy up here. On the count of 3, we're gonna have you guys yell your favorite ice cream flavor. Can you do that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, vanilla. It's very vanilla. Vanilla is the best ice cream flavor to say because 1/3 of all ice cream produced is vanilla, and if a brand does ice cream vanilla well, you know they're gonna have their other flavors well. Okay, on the count of 3, we're gonna say our favorite toppings. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a little less energy. All right, what about brands? We all know a ton of ice cream brands. Just shout out your favorite ice cream brand. Hold on, slow. Grater's, Jenny's, Baskin Robbins, Bluebell, Gray Farms? Prairie Farms, Van Leeuwen's. Keep going. Ben & Jerry's, Haagen-Dazs. Museum of Ice Cream, who said that? All right, stand up. We're gonna have you stand up. All right, well, my name is Manish Vora, as we said, but my real name in the Museum of Ice Cream world is Flava Flav. Who likes Flava Flav? You guys remember him? But I'm the original flavor. What's your real name?
My real name is Corey.
Corey. Okay, Corey. What was your favorite ice cream name? What was your favorite ice cream flavor?
Banana chocolate chip.
Banana chocolate chip. All right, so Corey, I think you're a Corey banana chip.
Okay.
Corey banana chip. Okay, so all 3 million visitors at the Museum of Ice Cream. We've had 5 pop-ups. You can sit down now, but we're gonna have you stand up in a second. All 3 million visitors have had ice cream names. Everybody in our company, we refer to ourselves as ice cream names. We've had 5 pop-up locations, 5 permanent locations currently in New York, Chicago, Austin, Singapore, and Shanghai. And why do we do that? We're gonna get to that in a second. So we're gonna have you guys stand up. We're gonna stand up. Can we do this? All right. I know it's hard, it's the morning. It's gonna get you ready for the next section. Okay, we're gonna close our eyes. All right, and we're gonna harness that Corey chocolate banana chip energy here. You know, think Kim Kardashian, Katy Perry, Barack Obama. We're gonna get an ice cream name. So we're gonna take a deep breath. Everyone take a deep breath in. And now think about you as a child, as you're holding your breath and just playing, eating ice cream, and what is that name that's coming to you? You can take a deep breath out. Take a breath out. We don't want anyone to pass out. Okay, we're breathing, we're breathing. You gotta have this ice cream name. All right, we're gonna take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Now think of that childhood memory. Who do you remember eating ice cream with? Who do you remember, where were you? What were you eating? What were you doing? That favorite childhood memory. Just think about that, hold that in, savor it. Just feel that. Now take a deep breath out. All right, we're remembering what it was like to be a kid. What was it like to be a kid? We didn't have any of this pressure. We didn't have hangovers. If you were drinking as a kid, hopefully not. You were able to play, you were able to meet people, you were able to do all these things that you were doing this week at this conference. Now open your eyes. It's that simple, right? I'm gonna have you guys turn to a stranger, can be in groups of 2 or 3, and I want you to share your ice cream name. I know if you haven't thought of it yet, your ice cream name and that quick ice cream memory. Go ahead, find somebody you haven't met before. You can pair up or in 3s and just do that quickly. All right, guys, we can take a seat. All right, you guys, we're buzzing. The room is buzzing. It's as if we're high on ice cream. I like it. Who would like to share something they learned about somebody? We're gonna make you do it. Yeah.
All right, so
What's your name?
Joanne,
What's your ice cream name?
my ice cream is merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round. I like it. Okay. What did you learn about somebody here?
We both had playgrounds, were kind of our childhood memory, and they were the jungle gym for him.
Nice. The monkey bars. Yeah. When was the last time you did the monkey bars? It's been a minute. We're going to change that if you want to come to the museum in Austin. We have monkey bars. Okay, well, thank you guys for doing that. So our mission, to unite and inspire the world through imagination. It's possible. It's that simple. So here, guys, who here finds joy when they eat ice cream? Wow. Everyone except our friend who didn't eat ice cream growing up. We have 1 out of 200 people. This is a good sign, okay? Who here finds joy when they go to a restaurant? Okay, this is bad news for RestaurantSpaces. We have like maybe 8 people didn't raise their hands. Who here found joy at this conference? Pretty damn good. Good job, guys. Good job, RestaurantSpaces. That's amazing. Who here finds joy at a museum? Okay, now we're kind of lowering a little bit. You know, we're more of restaurant people than museum people. And then who here finds joy on their cell phones? Okay, I love it. They're bold. They're bold. He's really feeling his phone. He's feeling his phone. Very few people. We're averaging 4 to 6 hours a day on our phones, right? We're at 4 to 6 hours in a day. Museum of Ice Cream is the most social media venue in the world by square foot. The most social media venue in the world by square foot. We have the most TikToks of any attraction, and we just started a TikTok. Right? We have had, as we said, Kim Kardashian. We've had 8 out of the 20 biggest social media influencers in the world come to our museums organically. And the cell phone and social media is the biggest problem for our experience. We did not have to spend $1 marketing for the first 1 million visitors we had. We were profitable on day 1. We were sold out. We had tickets were going for $4,000 in Los Angeles on the secondary market. But the cell phone is the biggest challenge that I think we're facing in this country. And it is also the case for our experience. Even though earned media acquisition costs for us are lower than any attraction, allows us to have some of the highest margins in our industry. Even though we get David Beckham, Gwyneth Paltrow, Chris Martin, all these people come to the museum posting for free to their millions of followers. This is a problem. When we test guests and we actually ask them to take their phones out, we do no phone days, our ratings of the experience go up 40 to 50%. Consistently. And that's not just for adults. And it used to be a few years ago before COVID, we would say, it's the Gen Zs, it's the kids are addicted to their phones. It's no longer the kids. The kids know when they come in this space that their phones are going away because we put ice cream in their hands, and it's messy, and they don't want to screw up their phones. But for adults, we have to opt in. We have to opt into this experience. So cell phones are actually the biggest challenge we have to designing in our spaces. Even though for the last 5 years, 10 years, we're saying, okay, from Instagram to TikTok, we have to create spaces that draw social media. The Museum of Ice Cream was not designed for social media. That was not the purpose of the museum. Even though we're Insta and TikTok famous, it was not designed for that purpose. The reason I know that, because I created this museum with my partner. It was because I was living in New York City and I was bored. I was bored of the traditional experiences, the traditional restaurants, the traditional nightclubs, the traditional passive entertainment, and we wanted to create a space of joy. It had nothing to do with ice cream. My dream, my Indian immigrant parents did not ever think I was going to have Museum of Ice Cream on a business card. They were horrified, mortified, and they wanted their money back for my high-priced education. Okay, they finally thought I lost it. I should go back to Wall Street. I actually worked with Nick Kenner, the founder of Just Salad, on Wall Street when he left to start Just Salad, and I was inspired by that. I was like, this is insane. You're leaving this high-priced hedge fund job to start a salad company. Now he has 65 locations. So my parents are no longer complaining. Though during COVID, they were like, go back to Wall Street. So what is this? Like, what are we doing? So let's take a look, because how many people have been to the Museum of Ice Cream? This just a few people. Before we get there, what do you do at the Museum of Ice Cream? What is it? You play. Who else went? You play. What else do you do there? You play and eat ice cream. Okay, what can't you do in a museum? You can't play, you can't eat ice cream, what else? You can't touch. You can't be loud. You can't take photos. Basically, all of the rules in the museum we threw out. So that was step one. And I actually was building businesses in the art world, and I was like, screw this. The first museum was across from the Whitney Museum, the brand new in the meatpacking district, changed the whole fabric of that neighborhood. It was purposely put door to door across from the museum of the Whitney. I was thinking that we would get the families who looked across the street and were like, my kids hate this freaking art, let's go over, and I love the Whitney, let's go over and we'll buy tickets. Lo and behold, to the most popular, it was brand new in 2016, it was a year old, we had longer lines in the Whitney Museum and our space was 3,000 square feet. We had 5,000 people show up at that first day. We're like, okay, we have something here. So we have the museum component. And then what do you do at an ice cream shop? You eat, you sample. What else happens at a good ice cream shop? You pick your toppings, you social, it gives you choice. It gives you, you're going there with someone. It's a social experience inherently. You can share ice cream. When was the last time you ate an ice cream and you just ate it yourself? Last night. I mean, this guy is, you're like, you're my problem. You love ice cream, but he loves his cell phone. I'm gonna make you give up that phone. Okay, so can we play this video?
Museum of Ice Cream. The Museum of Ice Cream.
Museum of Ice Cream.
This Museum of Ice Cream.
Popular Museum of Ice Cream.
Museum of Ice Cream. Everything in it is ice cream themed. The artwork, there's actual ice cream, and it's very popular. Tickets are sold out for I don't know how. It's like the Hamilton of museums.
The ice cream museum is just super cool. It's like something different to do in town.
Museum of Ice Cream?
We did.
What is that?
It's a museum.
Do you get to have
where they
ice
serve you ice cream in every single room, and there's a slide, and it's probably like the closest thing to going to Willy Wonka's factory.
All right, we can cheer. Yay. Yay, I want to go to the Museum of Ice Cream. So what are these pillars? We talk about connection. We love puns. Like I get very, a lot of excitement. So connection. We connect, we explore, we activate the senses, we play, we return you to childhood, your childhood, and then as an ancillary, we educate. So connection, this what we did, we started this day by just spending 1 minute thinking about how we can be connected on the power of ice cream. What did we see? This one category, which is ice cream, which is the most social media food, which was one of the reasons why we took ice cream beyond loving it, is that we could connect. Every single person was unified. Every single person could name an ice cream brand, could think of a memory, except for you, who had no ice cream. I'm so sorry. Every single other person had ice cream in their lives and probably eaten ice cream in the last 12 days. So it's that power. It's that simple. That was what this museum was built on. It was just us standing in a circle like a docent. We actually went through docent training, which is museum training, and thinking about how do we onboard you into an experience that takes you outside of your norms? How do we have you think about a museum in a different way? How do we have adults play like kids? This museum wasn't designed for kids. In fact, we hadn't even thought about kids in the original designs. As I said, that first museum in New York, then LA, then San Francisco, Miami were pop-ups. None of the design was built with children's heights in mind. We were thinking about 20s and 30s, right? And in fact, most of our audience was in their 20s and 30s because it took You had to buy your tickets 6 months in advance to get tickets, which parent moms, if you guys, you're not buying things 6 months in advance. You have no idea what your kids are going to be doing on that Saturday. So the museum has evolved now into 3 million visitors into a family experience. But that ritual, we start with the ritual of this ice cream name. Get rid of your old self. Think about how you're going to transform, and now we're going to make you explore. We're going to go into spaces that are going to get you thinking, feeling nostalgia, feeling memories of your childhood, going into a banana forest, going into an animal cookie carousel, going into, I'm showing you some of the like new designs. Every museum, which has now been 10 locations, has unique experiences. There's unlimited toppings, unlimited ice cream, unlimited sweets and candies that we can explore. Then we activate the senses. Here today, I just had you close your eyes. Just take a deep breath. We're thinking about scents in every room. We're thinking about the audio, whether it's the sounds of a jungle in a banana forest or Motown music in an old school diner, to pure hip hop or Latin music in an ice cream dance room. We're playing with all the senses, and of course with touch and feel, which makes our spaces take a lot of wear and tear, because we're seeing on a peak day 2,500 people a day in our museums, and that's 10,000 treats, 10,000 ice cream scoops that are going. Each museum of ice cream is the largest ice cream shop in the world, every single location. We're going through about 1 million napkins a month. So this is becoming a logistics business. I want to be a creator of experiences. Now I'm figuring out how to supply napkins and spoons. But activating your senses is super critical. And then play. And we're going through this order purposefully, because even like this morning, we had to warm you up to participate. We as adults are so used to us sitting in conferences and in rooms and on digital screens looking this way instead of being around. So what we do is we take you through this process. We're going to warm you up to the idea that you are eventually going to swim in 100 million sprinkles and not care what and who has been inside there, okay? Don't even think about it. We're going to make you ride an animal cookie carousel. We're going to make you slide down the largest slide in New York City. We're going to make you do these things without having to tell you. But in the beginning, we have to tell you to do those things. So with that, then we can take you back to your childhood. Because we can make you psychologically think about your childhood, but we can't actually return you to your childhood unless you convince yourself to put your phone away and to actually opt into the experience. And with that, we hope to leave you with some education. And that education can be ice cream history, ice cream facts, but that's not really the purpose. That's not the museum of ice cream. That's not the goal for what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is to get you to put your phones down, use the power of connection, use the power of ice cream to share in that experience, much in the same way that all of us are doing in our restaurants, in our spaces in hospitality, is to create spaces for people to escape and reconnect again. So leaving you with that, Museum of Ice Cream is the best and only immersive museum where everyone plays like a kid and eats unlimited ice cream together. Hope you guys can join us, and that's it.
Amazing, amazing, Manish. Thank you for showing us, just what's possible in a space, and also thank you for transforming this space as well. Can I ask, do you have like figures on repeat customers? Like, how do you sort of entice people to keep coming back to the experience once they've tried it?
Yeah, so I think all the million-dollar question for all of our industries, how do we get repeat visitors? We're an average about $40 a ticket experience. We're roughly getting about 10%, but it's really hard to track, especially now with the kids, because kids are coming over and over and over. The thing for us is to think about our spaces like bowling alleys, as these are actually spaces of play. They're not going to see something. People think they may be going to go see something at a museum. You're actually going there to play and experience. So we actually program. We have Museum of Ice Cream, which is our Halloween experience. We have Pinkmas, which is Holiday in Pink, which we're now in like year 4 of. So we continue to create programming, Valentine's Day programming for people to come back. And then we have added now alcohol. We sell more alcohol than ice cream in the museums, especially in places like Miami, where we're opening next. So we provide that opportunity to now make sure that even if you're coming with your kids, that you're having a lot of fun and including programming into it. So repeat visitors, obviously a huge focus of ours.
Manish, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.